Check.
Beats by the bird. Beats by the bird.
Let's get it. Let's get it in. Let's get it in. Tap in. Tap in. Hit the like button. You know what it is. Early. We up early. It ain't even 6. It ain't even 6 on the West Coast, man. Salute Bulldoggers. Everybody. Salute everybody, man. What's going on? Oh, you see it, man. More Mythbusters. More Mythbusters. Man, these Mythbusters just won't leave us alone, man. I tell you. This one's gonna be a little continuation, though. You know, we just gotta go off of what we got, right? That's all we got. We're just going off of what we got. Right? I seen everybody talking about what Vince Ramiro. Some of these dudes, they were real trustworthy, in this dog game. You meet guys that are trustworthy and you could go off of what they say, right? But then you got this vast 80% of dudes. I guess every game has a gift and a curse. And the games that are the best, like the American Pit Bull Terrier game, rather we're talking about historical times, modern times, it's the best game ever, So, if it's the best game ever, it comes with consequences and it comes with a lot of dudes that you're just not gonna be able to trust, bro. At the end of the day, that's what it breaks down to. Some people, an untrustworthy motherfucker doesn't need he doesn't need to be trusted, right? He doesn't need to, you know, that everything's just a blur because he doesn't have the moral compass, you know. So, with that being said, man, be careful out here, man. You can't believe everything that you hear. You can't, you cannot absolutely, you know. Uh, salute everybody in the building. Smash that like button. We got a little bit of we got some stuff in here, man. I got Fat Bill. This is an old one, you know. Fat Bill was talking about I guess this was one of the old Fat Bills. This is like when I first started seeing Fat Bill on these platforms. You know what I'm saying? He ran it up real quick, monetized. Somebody sent a super chat in and they asked him if he saw Frisco. Now, this might have been the time when I seen it, and he did say in there one point that he didn't see it very long, but um, as a seasoned dog man, as much seasoned as people can be, and a seasoned dog man, you would think that 5 minutes out of a dog, which he said on another video, recent video, um, I don't know, bro. And then this leave a red situation, I think it needs to be a little bit more clarity about that. I think Fat Bill said leave a red junior in this video. And I'm not sure what Ramiro said, or maybe Frisco rolled into both of them. How old was Junior at the time? And then we getting the dates a little fucked up. I just wanted because we didn't just stop it just because nobody could just stop the series. If the Mythbusters, if we're trying to find out some shit, we're gonna look into it a little bit more. So nobody get butt hurt. If you got Frisco dogs, feed them regular time. I think we're starting to see in what everybody's starting to know, and rather dudes like it or not, is that a lot of these bloodlines that we're talking about, it just really has a lot of curves in their genetics, period. We could talk about that there's curves in every line, you know what I'm saying? But motherfuckers that just quit just after 5 or 10 minutes, you know what I'm saying? That if you have a lot of them, in your line, you're not going to get any that are going to be really deep game a lot of times, or it's going to be real far and few. I'm just saying, for historical purposes, you know. Um, so let me get this footage up here, and we're gonna get into it, man. Let me hit my joint.
Jason Doster with the super chat. Hey, yeah, man, I did see Frisco rolled. Yep, I sure did. Seen him rolled on Lever Red Jr. And he looked good. He looked real good. He bit hard, scratched hard. He looked good.
Cause I'm just saying, like after 5 minutes, you would assume that a motherfucker scratch hard, because he said he's seen 5 minutes out of this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He bit too hard, he bit hard. How old was this dog? Because a lot of old school guys, and we can go back and we can listen to all the stories, they was looking at these dogs really young, year old, 15 months old, 18 months old. Everybody's trying to have that dog that is a one-time winner at 18 months and shit. He two-time winner, he's a champion at 2 years old. Everybody was doing that. So my thing is, was he even against a grown dog when you seen him? You said you were schooling him out. Maybe some of you guys could get these questions, answered. Right? We're just trying to figure this thing out.
He sure did. Oh, sure, man. Yeah, I seen Frisco rolled. I seen him rolled in the building that Garner lives in.
Ooh, dry snitching. Come
Oh,
on, Bill. Come on. Come on, man. I know it's historical, but damn, man. Damn. Damn, bro. I gotta get my shit up here. Fuck. Damn. Right. Damn. You put the man at the scene. Fuck. I should have bleeded that. I didn't hear that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Goodness. Mm-mm-mm. APBT. APBT, man.
yeah, I owned Lever Red Jr. when he was rolled on him. I was schooling that dog out. We were schooling out Lever Red Jr., went down there, and Vinny was visiting Garner at the time. And it was me and Vince and Tom, and there was somebody else there. I forgot who it was. And we went in the building and put him down. And Frisco, man, he bit a chunk out of my dog's shoulder. And we stopped it, broke him up. Shoulder, he just went straight in the shoulder. And we broke him up. And we scratched both dogs once each. And that was it, man. We stopped it. And it was just too much. It was he was biting way too hard. Oh, we didn't go long enough to say was somebody an athlete or was somebody this or that or anything, man. He just bit really hard, you know. Only thing you can really say.
But you could say he wasn't a cur, right? You could say that. You could assess that. And I'm sure this rumor was around. Okay. I don't know what journal that one. Let me see if I still got that. Let me see if I still got that, fellas. Okay, so this is so it got published in 97. So this is probably way after, you know, the whole deal. This is way after. I was just trying to see, like, a minute, you know, this is already out here. You know, it'd definitely be a time to find out if this motherfucker was a cur or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that part, man. Salute, man. Smash that like button. Get that mag. Get that magazine, man. Hottest thing out. Bulldog Sunday. Tap in.
Jason Doster with the super chat. Hey, yeah, man, I did see Frisco rolled. Yep, I sure did. Seen him rolled on Lever Red Jr. And he looked good. He looked real good. He bit hard, scratched hard. He looked good. He sure did. Oh, sure, man. Yeah, I seen Frisco rolled. I seen him rolled in the building that Garner lives in. Sure. Yeah, right. I owned Lever Red Jr. when he was rolled on him. I was schooling that dog out. We were
You
schooling out
know,
Lever Red Jr. Went down there, and Vinny was visiting Garner at the time. And it was me and Vince and Tom, and there was somebody else there. I forgot who it was. And we went in the building and put him down. And Frisco, man, he bit a chunk out of my dog's shoulder. And we stopped it, broke him up. Shoulder, he just went straight in the shoulder. And we broke him up. And we scratched both dogs once each. And that was it, man. We stopped it.
mm,
And it was just too much. It was he was biting way too hard. Oh, we didn't go long enough to say was somebody an athlete or was somebody this or that or anything, man. He just bit really hard, you know. Only thing you can really say from it is that he could bite.
mm. Hey, you know, and you got that term hard mouth cur. You know, you get that term. You know, nobody's disputing what the dog was able to produce early. You get some disputes when we talk about, you know, was he producing puppies at 15? Was he producing, you know, was he still producing at 12, 13, 14, 15 years old? That's where you get the speculations, right? About this dog. And it's been like this. This is one of the reasons why I didn't run Frisco dogs. You can't believe everything you hear, but nobody was really that successful with them like that, you know, that I saw. Um, you know, proximities, everything. A lot of people in the East Coast, they love that shit. You know, proximity. Somebody bought one, bred it, you get one. You know how it goes, man. Motherfuckers usually don't go out of their way to get no dogs, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Proximity. You know, I could damn near, you know, I ain't gonna stereotype, but I could damn near just look at your pedigree and know if I want to fuck with you from now on. You know, it's a cold game. It's a cold. You see that pet, and be like, you know what? Nah, I'm cool, bruh. You know, but those was always the speculations. I think now in today's age, we're getting more into depth and, you know, we breaking this shit down. Like, you know, what's really good? You know, I mean, we got one person that said he was good, and that was Fat Bill. He said he only seen 5 minutes out of him. Okay. And probably, you know, I mean, everybody could fix the story and shit after you hear what we're questioning, but probably a 18-month or younger Lever Red Jr. I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing. Okay. Frisco left the West Coast in 88. He was 3 years old. Like, we can't switch the age, right? Fat Bill said he was about 18 months. You know, it's 18 months and 3 years old. That's two different ages right there. Okay. And then I think he was 4.5. Oh, boy said he was 4.5 when he left the West Coast. So, you know, the dog, you know, and we're talking about 89, and then it went down to 87. Okay, which they said 88, the dog was in California. you know. So I don't know. This is definitely a myth buster that we're gonna have to get more pieces to this puzzle. You know, it's an old one. I think it's one of those oldie but goodies.
Oh man, all kinds of rumors. I hear rumors that Two Eyes quit. You know, I hear rumors that Two Eyes quit. I mean, you hear rumors
Yeah.
about all these dogs quitting, and you can't. Look, man, ain't nobody going to use a damn cur dog.
Hey, you heard J-Bo. When J-Bo came over here, you know, he you know, and I heard not all those. Some of them I was like, oh damn, you know, but half of them I already heard that. You hear this all the time. And you wonder why people run with Red Boy dogs, or why you run Red Boy Jocko dogs. Really? Is that a serious question for somebody that grew up in the 90s? Is that serious? Yeah, you get good ones, but everybody always say if you got that, and Garner says he's got the tightest Eli dogs in the world. This is the very best, this very best. You know, is there anything that you don't got that's not the very best? Anything that you got that's just, you know, like this isn't the very best, but you know, it's good shit. The very best. A tire kicker. A tire kicker's this is number one. This is 90% chance he's a tire kicker if he calls you if you post a puppy for sale, if you're advertising a puppy and he hits you up, ask you the price, you tell him the price, and then he says, do you have anything older for sale? That is a 95% chance this man is playing with your time, bro. So if you're out shopping, don't do that. Back to this shit.
Is there fucking well? How did me and Tom fall out? Well, I mean, we never were on great terms. I mean, we never were on great terms. I always fucked with him all the time and picked on him and messed with him and shit and you know, so we never were on great terms, but our falling out happened when he testified against me. He
Wow.
testified against me for 2.5 hours.
Wow. 2.5 hours. You testified against me. What? I was here to talk about Leave It Red. I was here to talk about Leave It Red, Victor Moan. I was here to talk about Victor Moan Jr. What? What? What are we talking about right now? Okay. These are your favorite dog men. These are the guys that you worship. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. You spent your ducats. Your girl was mad. You blew the income tax. You bought 2 of them curs. Now you want to ride like, nah, fuck that. I spent 10 grand. Nah, motherfucker. You should have went to ped school. Hey, Buck, why don't you cover those, dog? Why would I? So I could steer you in the wrong direction? They say it's the man behind the dog. Oh my goodness. Judiciously. I don't know. This let's say this is fake. This is Fat Bill, all you do for the community, brother. This is cap. You didn't just say that man testified, did you? That has to be cap. I did my time. Fuck that. Like, I'm not with the group of motherfuckers that's telling, bruh. I had to sit down and do my time. And motherfuckers was trying to snitch on me. So you know I ain't riding with no snitches. Come on, man. Where my logo? Where my logo, man? Where my logo, man? Where my logo? So, man, these Mythbusters be a motherfucker, boy. I tell you. These Mythbusters be a motherfucker, boy. Yeah. What we done stumbled up on today.
The federal grand jury, man. We're not friends anymore. So he can come up for all the reasons he wants why we're not friends, but that's it. Which I wasn't really friends with him to begin with, you know. I mean, once I got done with breeding to them dogs, I didn't really hang out with him that much. He's an asshole.
Yeah, asshole, but you stayed over there long enough to get that blood, though. Like I be saying in them videos, you know, friends and competition. It applies to everything. If the shoe fits, wear it. You know, we just Mythbusters, dog. Don't just post. Okay. Hit the like button. Right. So who's testifying? Now, we gotta, this is the new Mythbuster right here. What the helly? What the heliante? What the heliante? Oh man. Don't do me like this, y'all. Don't do me like this. Don't do me like this, man. Don't. This is too early, man. I woke up. I went to sleep a little early last night, actually. So I'm really up. But this is too early, famo.
No. No. Mm-mm. I hadn't even stepped forward since, like, you can't find a picture of me on his yard since 1994. But Frisco was a good dog, in my opinion, man. I liked him. He just was real shy. You know, the problem with Frisco is he was just super shy. And couldn't work it.
Couldn't work it. Got to be more careful. How's the volume on that, y'all? How's the volume on that joint? Turn. Hey, Cortland, you tell me, brother. You know, I don't like offended cats. I don't want to offend nobody. I just want to do my shows, bro, and bring you this entertainment, bring you this smoke. That's it. Right? I don't want to offend anybody. If this is the bloodline that you got and you just, you know, you didn't know no better. You didn't know no, but you've been being led astray for a long time. Been led with lies. Time and time again. I'm still waiting on that intern to give me my interview too. You know, I feel like I'm a big enough figure in this APBT community where it's like, bro, if you don't, it ain't like no big you shit, but tap in. You got to tap in. Like, this is APBT Magazine, Buck City, the most resilient, motherfucking most hated. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll give you a couple more episodes, but after that, you gotta tap in, or I'm gonna feel offended. I'm gonna feel like you don't value my body of work. That's all I'm saying. That's how I move. It can all be peaceful. But I'm not gonna be in the room being ignored. It just ain't gonna happen. Especially with rats. That just ain't gonna happen. Cause you lose rank. You understand me? Demoted. That part. How's that volume? Let's get it. Smash that button, man. Smash that button. It's early. It's early. Is the volume on the Bill clip, the Fat Bill clip? Is that cool, or should I turn it up? Let me know. Let me know. Throw a dog a bone. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Some of these old Mythbusters. You know what it is. You know what it is, y'all. Hold up, I forgot about my commercial. Let me get this bitch in here. This ain't just a magazine. It's a movement. The American Pit Bull Terrier. Real dogs, real yards, real history. From legendary bloodlines to modern breeders, keeping the flame lit. Yard spotlights, breeding knowledge, controversy, culture. This is for the ones who walk it like they talk it. No fluff, no fakes, just dog man, dog woman, and dogs. Grab your issue now, support the culture. Because the legacy don't live online, it lives in print.
Jason Doster with the super chat. Hey, yeah, man, I did see Frisco rolled. Yep, I sure did. Seen him rolled on Lever Red Jr. And he looked good. He looked real good. He bit hard, scratched hard. He looked good. He sure did. Oh, sure, man. Yeah, I seen Frisco rolled. I seen him rolled in the building that Garner lives in.
Sheesh.
Sure. Yeah, I owned Lever Red Jr. when he was rolled on him. I was schooling that dog out. We were schooling out Lever Red Jr. Went down there, and Vinny was visiting Garner at the time. And it was me and Vince and Tom, and there was somebody else there. I forgot who it was. And we went in the building and put him down. And Frisco, man, he bit a chunk out of my dog's shoulder. And we stopped it, broke him up, shoulder. He just went straight in the shoulder. And we broke him up, and we scratched both dogs once each. And that was it, man. We stopped it, and it was just too much. It was he was biting way too hard. Oh, we didn't go long enough to say was somebody an athlete or was somebody this or that or anything, man. He just bit really hard, you know. Only thing you can really say from it is that he could bite. Oh man, all kinds of rumors. I hear rumors that Two Eyes quit. You know, I hear rumors that Two Eyes quit. I mean,
Did she?
you hear rumors about all these dogs quitting, and you can't look, man. Ain't nobody gonna use a damn cur dog as their fucking well. How did me and Tom fall out? Well, I mean, we never were on great terms. I mean, we never were on great terms. I always fucked with him all the time and picked on him and messed with him and shit and you know, so we never were on great terms, but our falling out happened when he testified against me. He testified against me for 2.5 hours in the federal grand jury, man. We're not friends anymore. So he can come up for all the reasons he wants why we're not friends, but that's it. Which I wasn't really friends with him to begin with, you know. I mean, once I got done with breeding to them dogs, I didn't really hang out with him that much. He's an asshole. No, no. Mm-mm. I hadn't even stepped forward since, like, you can't find a picture of me on his yard since 1994. But Frisco was a good dog, in my opinion, man. You know, I liked him. He just was real shy. You know, the problem with Frisco is he was just super shy. And couldn't work him.
Hey, don't be mad at me. I'm not on my YouTube saying that. It ain't my YouTube. Wow. I don't know whether we still try to find out if Frisco quit or we try to figure it. Like, I don't even know where to go from here. This is a new territory. You know, this is some new shit right here. Okay. We get into this shit. Get into it. Yes, sir. Hey, they want to see it. They want to see it. We want to see what's going on, man. Yeah, man. You know, I can respect a snitch's body of work. I just can't have respect for the snitch. But I guess let's say that this is true because we know it's not, right? Right, guys? We know it's not true. We know that there's no paperwork to prove it, right? So it's not true. Or isn't? I don't know, bruh. Yeah, he said it got to be paperwork, man. It got to got to be paperwork, man. Uh, you know, guess that's the way it goes. But it ain't got to be paperwork for this Frisco shit. Why we believe in that? Why don't we believe the guy? Why don't we believe the one guy? Where's he at? Let me get his ass up here. Why don't we believe Chainsaw? Right? You said it got to be paperwork with snitching, so I'm glad we got on that. So why do we? So do we just believe this too? Coming from an alleged, I like, or maybe Tom didn't say anything about him. I don't know. I don't really care. It's just Mythbusters. It could be true, it could be not. It's a myth. That's what myths are. Let me I don't know. We don't want to believe this guy. We're gonna throw him under the bus. We don't believe this guy. Even though this story been surfacing all through the 2000s, the early 2000s, it was surfacing. This story. We heard about this from multiple sources, not this much detail. This is the first time I seen this much detail about it. I mean, you giving dates and shit about when a motherfucker got a motherfucker, this and that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, once you start doing that, it's kind of hard to wiggle out of it if you're lying, I should say. Everybody don't like each other. Everybody don't like each other. The bickering and shit and the bitching, at the bottom, the dog game. This is the shit that we love. We love this shit. We seeing it built. Hmm. Where my Stanley? Where my Stanley at, man? I need some water. So where do we go from here? I heard Fat Bill this time. He said he saw him for 5 minutes. Motherfuckers say that in these days. They say that to going hard. You know, they'll be like 5 minutes. You seen him for 5 minutes. That lets you know that you're not a bulldogger. You're doing it. I can hear it now. You see what I'm saying? You see how it's a double standard? At 5 minutes, shit's cool. Motherfucker know if it's a good dog, right? Back then, that was cool, right? Bit him. Took a chunk out of a young ass dog. You damn near 5 years old. Must have been the good old days back in the 80s. Must have been the good old days. And we talk about the dogs get better. Talk about the dogs getting better, right? He said Jack Kelly ratted. A whole lot of myths that we're going to bust. Okay? Ain't trying to ruffle no feathers. There's still a couple real ones left that feel me. I'm just saying, man. Snitching. You see the young thug. You see young thug snitch. Goofball. I knew it. I knew it. Cause some of these rappers, they be looking real hard on them videos. I'm not gonna front. You know, they be pulling out them sticks and shit. You know, I'd be like, man, you know, this motherfucker look kind of hard. You know, I ain't gonna front, you know. But I knew it. I fucking knew it. Just another rat, a clown. Just like I say. So when I say this shit about people, when I say you a clown and you know, believe me, it's not because I just don't have anything nice to say. It's because you got the traits of a motherfucking clown, brother. The way you move, right? The way you try to get it off of another man's downfall. The way you can't be trusted and you're not loyal. See, one thing about a lying motherfucker that's in your family is everybody in the family know he's a fucking liar. But he has a second chance to go out here in these streets and actually have some fucking class and some fucking dignity. But one thing about a habitual lying motherfucker that ain't been trusted, he doesn't know the benefit of being trusted. That's a different portal of life. That's a portal of life that if you can't be trusted, you'll never see. So you don't know what it's like. So the thing is, who can you trust out there? Is it a lot of cap? Is it a lot of captivity in here, man? I'm asking for a friend. We love these dogs, but we're gonna continue with the cap. Are we gonna be better than the dog man before us? We could worship them motherfuckers all you want. You motherfuckers do it all the time. Wonder why your yard ain't shit. You might as well go get a black and white TV then. Go get a Walkman and a black and white TV and call it good, nigga. Get one of them TVs that you need two motherfuckers to carry. That's what you need to do. You feel me? So if you lying about shit, then you're gonna be on Mythbusters. We're gonna put the receipts up here, whatever we have. And if we don't have enough, it's like this Frisco situation. We're gonna revisit it. Because we want to know. Because to some people that don't want that curse shit in their blood, just for historical fucking purposes, we want to know. There's some young dudes are tired of these old motherfuckers lying all the time and shit, fudging shit. I feel like if you fudge on me, you stole from me. I feel if you lie to me, you don't value me. If you hide things from me, you don't respect me. I just be fooling you niggas with this wake and bake shit, dog. I hope you've been working, cause we have. Making progress. You're looking back, you're in the same fucking spot you was in last year. That's you the weakest link. Goodbye. Look at your report card. You're always taking losses. Goodbye. Peace. Never got no happy stories. Always talking about the bad times. Goodbye, brother. The door's over there. I'm not gonna wait till New Year's. See, some of you motherfuckers, you gonna wait till New Year's. I don't gotta wait till New Year's to have some type of integrity. I don't gotta wait till New Year's to have some type of respect. It is the new year. You think the New Year's in the dead of the winter? You's a lost motherfucker. How you knew if you dead? Make it make sense, motherfucker. I'm glad I came through this motherfucker because it's a different cloth. Different cloth. You other motherfuckers looking at 79 counts, 74 counts, 59 felonies. You motherfuckers would have snitched a long time ago. You cocksucking motherfuckers. You ain't on my level. That's the difference between me and you. And if you're real, You with me 100%, not 95. Let me get 90% today and 110 tomorrow. You can't do that. I knew I was feeling weird as fuck. You know why? Because weird is normal now. Now I'm weird. I'm a real motherfucker. I'm weird. I'm weird as fuck. Take me seriously. This guy ain't serious. You know? So love it or leave it. Love it or leave it. I'm gonna stay over here because I think it's safe for me over here with guys that don't think it's cool to rat. With guys that don't falsify curs and breed curs. You wonder why you're getting curs. It's a good ass producing ass cur. If he's a cur, he produce more curs. He's a good ass producer. You know why? Because he produces himself. A cur. Boy, boy, boy. I tell you. I tell you, man. I tell you, man. King Tombstone getting big. Filling out into a man now. Looks like a little troll. Looks like a little troll. You know, we're gonna get some vials. Go get some caps. Go get some caps put up on him here in the next, 6 months or something. Get some caps put up. Put that shit up for the future. Put that shit up for the future, man. That tombstone bolio, that tombstone, that heavy tombstone. Get that joker up here. Get that slap up there. Some of that old shit. I need, I need that pedigree to be diverse, something different. Something different. Something that under 10% of the people have. I don't want nothing that 30% of the people have. 15, this, that. I want something that's minute of that particular line. Of course, people got bolio dogs, people, but the particular blend that was blended and cured a certain way. Of course, you got to get what you can get, but give me at least 2 pieces on my yard that's gonna give me some diversity, bro. I'm not saying don't use the resources that's out here because they're obviously good resources, but when you're looking to create and further what you're doing, like, or get to the point where, you actually are breeding the dogs that you own, that's another level. That's another level. I asked that question a lot. Like, what would you have if you got rid of every dog that you didn't breed? Like, what really would you have? What would you have? Would you be having that success? Would people be gravitated to you like they are now? You know, because of the dogs that you have? Let's be honest. These dudes don't really like you, man. You heard Fat Bill. He said, man, I didn't really like him. It just, you know, once I got those breedings, you know, he was an asshole. You just heard him. So these dudes, they really don't like you, bruh. And if you ask Garner the same thing, he'd be like, yeah, man, I thought Bill was cool for, you know, for a long time. We were good friends. You know what I'm saying? But Bill just said that he didn't really like him. He was an asshole. So you don't even like me, but you act like you do. And you around me, gain my trust, all of this, you know, doing all of this under the table shit back in the day, you know, Mythbusters back in the day, you know. So you just gotta look, you gotta look, judge it for what it is, man. Judge it for what it is. Yes, sir. Judge it for what it is, man. But anyway, this right here, this is some of that cream. We're gonna let him get in this stud world. Midwest, you know, motherfucker in the Midwest want to tap in, but it's gonna be some caps getting stored off this dude. So if you 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, if you still remember this video, then you know it's some of this on ice. You know, it's gonna be real heavy on that tombstone. You know, just real heavy, man. Good blood, Maloney. All of the good dogs, all of them good old dogs that, you know, go into this line. We're gonna do we're gonna get real nasty with it. We're gonna do we're gonna do this that Krabby Patty, that Miss Tombstone, King Tombstone, Miss Tombstone. That's gonna be crazy right there. Um Next year, of course. Um something I'm looking forward to seeing happen. At the very least, I just want to see it happen. You know, the plans is in there. You know, cats is chopping it up, lining this shit up. You know, gotta get them two in the same state first, of course. You know, but we're looking to make that happen, and then after that, King Tombstone will probably be lined up to this bitch next year too, which is that heavy Latin plague intense kennel cross, that Coca-Cola with that champion Sundance blood is going to be another good one. Heavy on the tombstone, heavy tombstone bolio. You know, you do the tombstone bolio, Maloney, Klaus, we were looking at 95%. You know, these dogs are real tight, you know. They're not fucking around, you know, when it comes to how tight they are. Kiss and ball shit. Um, you know, that's a straight Klaus dog. You see that little bolio at the top, straight Klaus. Um, just real tight. This dog going back heavy tombstone on that joint. Heavy on the tombstone. That's a shady ass looking dog too. He looks real shady. That's a shady little dude right there. You know. But Just a couple things. You gotta keep it going, man. At the end of the day, you can't let nobody slow you down, man. You gotta keep pushing, doing, planning your shit. And we get up on here, we kick it, we do it big, but that's not more important than working hard and getting your shit. As you can see, this is that heavy Sundance shit. That Red Dog, he's heavy Sundance. They got all this Sundance stuff down here. It's real tight, real tight. Tonka, the Tombstone stuff, Maloney. That's what you're getting. Tombstone, heavy. I mean, these dogs might be like 50 times, 100 times Tombstone, like some crazy shit, like straight up or more, maybe 100 times Tombstone, in that breeding. So that's something that's going to be different. We know there's a lot of good bolio dogs out there, man. I don't try to shit on people that got different strains and, whatever you got, that's cool. But I just try to gravitate just a little bit to something else. So that's a little bit of sauce that we're gonna be putting up in there, and eventually it'll make it around the breeding to that Michael Myers shit, and you know what I'm saying, it'll make its way around to that, which will be a good asset to it. You shouldn't lose anything. You got everything. It's like because you watched everybody. You watched 100. You watched 5,000 breeders. You had the chance in the years, over 30 years, whatever, however long, and you've been watching breeders just up and down, up and down. Watch. We just been watching for decades, and then you see some of the troubles that they go into. You see all of this. You hear about the betrayal, the lies, so you build your circle according to that. If the more pressure you're able to withstand, that's the harder rock that's gonna make out of that, if not a diamond out of that. You know what I'm saying? So look, man, I could talk all day. But unfortunately, this is just supposed to be a short one, man. It's supposed to be a short one, man. But smash that like button. We still on these Mythbusters. We still on these custers. I want to hear this again, man, before we go, though.
Jason Doster with the super chat. Hey, yeah, man, I did see Frisco rolled. Yep, I sure did. Seen him rolled on Lever Red Jr. And he looked good. He looked real good. He bit hard, scratched hard. He looked good. He sure did. Oh, sure, man. Yeah, I seen Frisco rolled. I seen him rolled in the building that Garner lives in. Sure. Yeah, I owned Lever Red Jr. when he was rolled on him. I was schooling that dog out. We were schooling out Lever Red Jr., went down there, and Vinny was visiting Garner at the time. And it was me and Vince and Tom, and there was somebody else there. I forgot who it was. And we went in the building and put him down, and Frisco, man, he bit a chunk out of my dog's shoulder. And we stopped it, broke him up. Shoulder, he just went straight in the shoulder. And we broke him up, and we scratched both dogs once each. And that was it, man. We stopped it, and it was just too much. He was biting way too hard. Oh, we didn't go long enough to say was somebody an athlete or was somebody this or that or anything, man. He just bit really hard, Only thing you can really say from it is that he could bite. Oh man, all kinds of rumors. I hear rumors that Two Eyes quit, I hear rumors that Two Eyes quit. I mean, you hear rumors about all these dogs quitting, and you can't. Look, man, ain't nobody gonna use a damn cur dog as their fucking. Well, how did me and Tom fall out? Well, I mean, we never were on great terms. I mean, we never were on great terms. I always fucked with him all the time and picked on him and messed with him and shit, and so we never were on great terms, but our falling out happened when he testified against me. He testified against me for 2.5 hours in the federal grand jury, man. We're not friends anymore. So he can come up for all the reasons he wants why we're not friends, but that's it. Which I wasn't really friends with him to begin with, I mean, once I got done with breeding to them dogs, I didn't really hang out with him that much. He's an asshole. No. No. Mm-mm. I hadn't even stepped forward since, like, you can't find a picture of me on his yard since 1994. But Frisco was a good dog, in my opinion, man. I liked him. He just was real shy. The problem with Frisco is he was just super shy. And couldn't work him.
Boy, boy, boy. Boy, boy, boy. Hey, if you knew better, you do better. But we're going to get into it, man. Appreciate everybody that pulled up, man. Thanks for watching the show. Hit the like and subscribe on your way out the motherfucking door. You did. You ain't gotta worry about the ashtrays and cleaning up. We got somebody to do that. Get that magazine. Somebody just got one during the show too. Appreciate you, my brother.
I never knew that I would do numbers like this. I make a move. I'm tryna win. Ain't tryna lose. I'm tryna win. Ain't tryna lose.
We out. This ain't just a magazine. It's a movement. The American Pit Bull Terrier. Real dogs, real yards, real history. From legendary bloodlines to modern breeders, keeping the flame lit. Yard spotlights, breeding knowledge, controversy, culture. This is for the ones who walk it like they talk it. No fluff, no fakes, just dog man, dog woman, and dogs. Grab your issue now. Support the culture. Because the legacy don't live online. It lives in print.